Calligraphize. I am making sure I am connected everywhere. Welcome back to the Collective. I am super excited that you guys are tuning in with us tonight. If you're one of those people who has ever wished that there was some sort of cheat code to life, to relationships, to hacking your mindset, then you are in the right space because I'm about to teach you the strategy for mastering your life. And truly, it is through mastering your emotions. And I know what you're thinking, whew, if I could master my emotions, I could master anything. But honestly, I'm going to teach you 5 simple steps for doing that. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, grab a pen and tag a friend because this one is going to be so good. Drop down in the comments if you can relate that your emotions or lack of managing your emotions has gotten you into serious trouble in the past. I have been there. I know that there was a time in my life where people would say your emotions rule you, and they were right. And I was not proud of that in that moment, but I've learned the code to success, and I'm going to teach you tonight. Okay. Number one, we get to name and tame our emotions. Name them and tame them. Now, I know that not long ago we had this phrase in pop culture that said, you know what, I was feeling some kind of way. And I want us to really pause on that and we get to explore what kind of way that is. Are we angry? Are we hurt? Are we surprised? Are we shocked? Are we agitated? Because our response is different given whatever emotion it is that we're feeling. But when we call the emotion out by name, it puts us back in the driver's seat. You get to be like, I see you, anxiety, and you're not ruining my day. Okay, anger, you're standing over there, but right now we get to handle business. That doesn't mean that we're burying our emotions. It just means that we acknowledge that it's there. We know we get to go back and talk about it. We get to go back and process it, but we get to keep us and our current needs in the driver's seat. Okay. Cool. So once we have named and tamed our emotions, number two, we get to explore what that emotion is honestly about. Because let's be real, is your emotion that you actually you got a snarky email, or is your emotion that you feel underappreciated, that you feel disrespected, that you feel unnoticed? Is it emotion that's really based on another underlying condition, like you're not setting effective boundaries, you're bending over backwards to please people who are honestly not pleasable? Is this related to something else? What is the emotion about? We do this not only at work, we do this with our relationships. Most of the time, when something comes to a head and we're arguing with a partner, it has nothing to do what they said with, in that car ride to the date or to the movies or wherever you were going. It is a buildup of things that you did not name or tame, that you chose not to acknowledge. And now everything has hit the fan and you want to choose right now to unspiral. Guilty, like anybody else. Okay. So let's just be real. We get to name it and tame it, and then we get to truly assess what it's about. Once we recognize what it's about, I want you to move on to number three, which is to breathe. I want you to take deep belly breaths. I'm talking yoga instructor breaths, okay? Not those really light heart palpitation type of breaths that are in your chest that just work you up more. I want you to truly in through your nose, deepen your diaphragm, expand your lungs, and breathe out. If you need some breathing exercises, I've got some TikTok videos I can send you. Drop breath work below and I'll send them to you, okay? When you stop to breathe, you reset your nervous system. You put yourself back on your square. You allow yourself to be in control of something. Because let's be real, you can't always control how you feel. You do get to control how you respond. And taking those deep breaths is going to position you to be back where you're in control and you can operate out of integrity. So number four is we are going to rewrite the story behind this. We're going to reframe what's going on. We can acknowledge that, oh God, no one ever listens to me and I'm so overwhelmed. Or we can say, this is the moment where I boss up. This is the moment where I take a power move. This is the moment where I get to operate in integrity. This is the moment where I look back over the emails that I've sent and I say, thank you so much for your response. Actually, I followed up on this time, and this time, right? Very clear, very concise, very professional. If it is a familial relationship or a platonic relationship, you get to say, thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Can I take a moment to process that? I feel like we've discussed this multiple times before. And before I respond, I want to reflect, right? It gives you that opportunity to not blow it. Because let's be real, lots of times when we're in the moment, we feel like we need to say everything that we want to say right then. What's going to happen? If you don't spew everywhere, what's going to happen? Truly, it's going to be fine. And so we get to own that and take like just that opportunity to get on our square and operate in a way that we're going to be proud of. Number 5 is taking bold action. So main characters are not about meltdowns. We're about power moves. So once you decide to take an action, you're going to stick to it. You're going to be confident. You're going to do something that aligns with the character of the person that you want to be, not the person that you've been in the past. So I shared with you guys earlier this week that there was a version of Kayla who was a popper offer, who was a meltdown girl, who was going to let you have it in that moment. You get to stop responding in that fashion. You get to say, like, can I have a few moments to reflect on this and say, I was really taken aback, or that really, it was jarring to hear this, especially since, and you get to share ideas, share information, and allow a conversation, a working conversation, to get to a resolution, okay? So when you learn to manage your emotions, when you learn to get back on your square, when you get to stop operating in an explosive fashion or in a way that suggests that you're taking things personal, it transforms your experience, it transforms your relationships, and it puts you back in control. And I promise you, it will lead you down a path of success because people see you as a safe place and they can bring whatever it is they need to you, and you're going to solve it in a fashion that is not volatile. That is what most people want in relationships, in friendships, in working dynamics. Like when people have a conflict, when people have an ought, they seek, let me say, reasonable people. They seek to solve it with someone who is also equally open and invested in salvaging the relationship, right? Cool. So I hope that one of these 5 things helped you and it helps you to form better relationships and be more confident in who you are and showing up to these sometimes complicated dynamics in social situations. Drop down below which one you need to work hardest on or what was your biggest takeaway from this video. And as always, if it served and supported you, share this with a friend. I love you. I want the very best for you. Have an excellent weekend, and we will chat in the next one. Bye.